Hi there. My name is Caroline Mutoko, and this is Education Matters. The length, the breadth, the depth of all matters education. And obviously, it will revolve around two groups of people and a third. So it will be number one, the students themselves, then the teaching fraternity, and the parents. You cannot walk away from this. And the person who's made it her business to say, let's unpack it, we can start the conversation, is Esther Mokoya. And you need to follow her on TikTok, on Instagram, and YouTube. Teachers Podcast KE, please.
Yes.
When we finished our last episode, the dog years, it's the pre-teen years, we said we'll take a breather so we can come back and have the conversation about the teen years. I call them in the trenches.
In the trenches.
In the trenches, proper. And Mwalimu, I want to start this conversation with teenage boys. Okay? Somebody might tell me, but Caroline, you know, your son is 8. No. Remember,
going 15.
No, going 15. But also, my late sister's son has been in my life. So I need you to tell me what happens, what you all see at school. Because you see, as parents, we're not at school.
Yeah.
I remember that he slept more. He ate a lot.
A lot.
Oh my God, he ate a lot. And then he didn't talk much. So tell me, what's going on?
Let's start with maybe 14.
It is 14, yeah.
14, 15. Boy has outgrown your height. Taller than you, deeper in voice.
Yes.
And, I mean, everything has happened at 14. And they have attention. They don't know what to do. My dad told me this thing, that your parenting, how well you've parented, is tested in teenage. So I used to be like, oh, you know, we take them to church, and we read and we pray for them. He said, teenage, let's talk when they're teenagers.
What?
And I
You
was
said
like,
your dad was also an educator.
Yes.
Yes.
He's the reason I'm a teacher.
Okay.
And he raised 7 of us. He said, parenting, we will test at teenage. So now you're in full appraisal of things you did, you didn't do, you didn't know,
Yes.
that a crash course that you need to take. It's a mix. Now you're the one in trouble. Because in their preteen, we've let a lot of things slide. So now they're biting in teenage. But the boys will show up and wanting to be men. Naturally, what do they find? A world that does not affirm them, a world that does not prepare them, a world that tells them to man up. By the way, let's stop doing that. Let's stop telling them to man up. You can't man up a 15-year-old. We are not so sure you're a man
Yourself.
at 30. And the thing that you're requiring, you see, even for seeds, you have to put it down in the ground for it to grow.
True.
Nobody has put a seed in this child, but you're demanding. What are you demanding from them? And at this point, because they're tall enough, there's a false sense of authority that they have, that they can challenge anything. Because now we can talk. I mean, my voice and my father's voice seem to be the same. So now I can challenge you. Now they start seeing that there are things that are happening, injustices, that they can challenge because I'm big enough. That's why they get into a lot of fights. That's why they get into a lot of banning of schools, because they're like, but why? I can't just stand here. I need to fix it. And if you're raising a teenager now, this is not a teenager for because I said so. It's a teenager for why?
Yeah, why?
Why? I hate that word. I just want to know. And because we were not ready, the time we were bringing them swimming bags and delivering food and calling the driver to pick their bags, now they're in control. The control shifts. In fact, you're in the trenches because you're afraid of how do I approach this human being?
Yeah.
Worse still if they're in boarding school because they go away for 3 months, come back different.
Oh yes, actually, that one freaks me out.
There you
Because the person you drop off at the beginning of that term,
And the person you pick,
3 months later,
different.
where?
Yeah. And that's where they start consuming. You've seen a lot of misogynistic
Messaging.
messages online, to the point of a whole show on Netflix,
Yes.
Manosphere, and how these messages are being consumed. They are finding a gap. They're validating a man that has never been validated. And they're validating by hating the woman. So by the time they come, these are the boys that are sending screenshots of the conversation they're having with girls.
True.
These are the boys that are forming gangs. These are the boys that are gaming their life away. They're gambling. Go to public unis. There are children who call their parents for graduation that never happened because they started in teenage. They just managed to go past high
It
school.
started in teenagehood.
Any child that is addicted started in teenage. Very few start in adulthood and are addicted. Very few.
Actually, now you say that, I have watched those conversations where he says, oh, I started drinking when I was 12.
There you go.
Started drinking when I was 13.
And nobody addressed it. They were experimenting. Nobody led them out of the experiment. They were left there. The boy is now fully addicted to pornography, socially awkward. Sleep deprived. Of course, they don't want to talk to a girl when my need can be met online. And they have all they need is Wi-Fi. And
I hope you all leaned in when she said he's addicted to porn but socially awkward, because there is no...
conversation that needs to be had.
But also at the same time, the correlation between what you see
Yeah.
on a porn video
Yeah.
and the truth.
Yes.
All those are paid actors.
Thank
but
you.
he is 15. What does he know?
He doesn't.
What does he know?
He does, and that's why delayed gratification is not a thing, and that's why they attack girls. So girls say no, because what they know is all I need to do is turn on the TV or my laptop and the video will play. And what she will do, I will like it. So why is this girl saying no? So now this girl that is empowered.
Yeah, because now we've put our daughters in another room and told them this is what
a
consent
strong
looks
room.
like. Yes, yes.
For that, so they're ready, but what are they ready for?
Yes.
We have a boy that is lost, addicted, ashamed and embarrassed. But it's because we are not having this conversation. There is this research, a book that I was reading called The Anxious Generation. And they break it down.
Yes.
And they say for girls in teenage is the perfectionism.
Yes.
And, looking at the media. For boys, it's pornography, it's gaming, it's addiction, and attention spans that are, by the time they're teenagers,
Yes.
they really have no time for anything. And what you see now with Gen Z, as much as it's a good thing that they have some agency, is they really have zero tolerance to anything.
To anything.
Anything is something to rant about. That's why if you have millennial parents now, later millennials, all their conflicts are solved online. Yeah. We fight. I'll take my phone and talk about it. Then you will respond online.
Okay.
We have no mechanism of dealing with. There's no conflict resolution that let me talk to you, we agree to disagree. No. I'll say my side, you say your side, you be the jury, the public. And that's how we are executing marriages. But it's the teenager boy who wasn't taught that at a certain point, there are parts of your life
that do not need to be on blast, as they say.
Yeah. Nobody told them. So this boy is 15 with a 35-year-old body. And have you seen them? They want nothing to do with marriage. They want nothing to do. In fact, the moment a girl falters, it's their chance to bash the girl.
Yes.
And if a boy falters, the girls in teenage who are also not, they didn't see any models.
They attack him rabidly.
Yeah. Nobody will see the human being.
No.
We are seeing the faults and the uselessness. But it started in teenage. Very few people are addicted as adults. Very few.
You see, for me, I can only tell you what I see. So, like I told you, I did have a doctor who explained to me that because they're growing again,
Yeah.
they sleep more again.
Yeah.
Very much like when they were babies, they slept. That's
a
how
growth
they grew.
spurt, yeah.
It's a growth spurt.
Yeah.
So it's not that your teenager, by the way, is lazy. They actually are growing,
Yeah.
and they will sleep. Like when the holidays come, they wake up at 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they eat you out of house and home.
You can't even shop for 2 days. Just
No,
shop
no,
for
no.
one.
They're eating.
Yeah.
They're eating.
Yeah.
So I've seen the sleep. I've seen the silence. I've seen the eating. I've seen the
Isolation.
isolation, but also the hair that has gone to
Oh my
pot.
God.
I do not know what is going on. But also the I want a tattoo. I want the earrings. So I'm talking from this side. What does it look like at school?
It's just pushing the boundaries. For them, is why do we wear uniform? Why? I mean, there are schools in America that don't wear uniform. Don't they learn?
But this is not America.
My hair doesn't learn, does it?
Yes. Actually, my hair's not the one going to school.
My shoes were dirty. So what do? See, you were lucky I came to school. I mean, why should shoes be an
I've
issue?
heard that term. At least it's something.
And the international space is pushing for student agency. So when they're asked how school is school a happy place, they will say no. And why? They don't listen to us. But do we take time as even educators to explain? I tell my students, I run the student council. I tell them school is not a democracy. School has never been a democracy.
No.
And if you want a school that looks like this, imagine you can find it.
But it's not this one.
It's not this one. So once you subscribe to this one, let's not spend the time pushing. But those boundaries are meant to be pushed and returned. Pushed and returned. So that when we get to university, all the way across Africa, all the way across America, you know that there are... I mean, your creativity is not killed.
No.
But you have respect for authority.
And standards.
But you know what you'll do? You'll go back home and talk smack about me in front of your son. Where are we going to respect authority?
Okay, so can you explain what that is about to me? Because this thing of... even when I have to have a conversation with my own housekeeper, it will never be within earshot of my children.
But we go and talk and go on WhatsApp and talk about the teacher. I mean, it's okay for parents to express displeasure. Absolutely. It's important the school to be open to...
Yes, but if I have got a certain displeasure with the school, I shouldn't send my child back there. Yes, because it makes no sense. Yes.
But when
I'm done with an institution, I'm done.
When you...
So I'm
done. Exactly. Because also, what are you saying? We are tolerating bad governance. You are part of it. You are part of the bad governance because you are tolerating it. But the way we model authority for children is they see what we do. The way you talk to the watchman is how they talk to the watchman. The way you talk about the teacher. So sometimes a child will come to school and say something, you're like, that's not a 15-year-old speaking. I see your handwriting.
Yeah, I can see your handwriting.
This is Caroline Mutoko speaking. It's not this child. But what you don't know is as you are defending your child, you're taking away a certain part of them that the world will not reach them, but will expect from them. So you keep going, the child will keep going, and then somewhere along the line, either they self-correct or atafunzwa na ulimwengu. That's a real
by the
thing.
way, I remember I heard this somewhere and I posted it the other day, is that atafunzwa na mamake ama ulimwengu. Umejiona hapo. Then, then align yourself properly.
Yeah.
One of the things that has always bothered me, and especially as a person, fine, I went to private school and I went to day school. I never went to boarding school. Is that I'm still concerned, and I used to look at my nephew's timetable. I'm still concerned by this almost obsessive idea that Monday to Friday, the only thing you do is open a chem book, a bio book, a maths book, and it concerns me as the mother of an 8-year-old
Yeah.
boy that any high school does not have enough sporting activity for the boys, because I don't know what you do with that energy. And did you hear how old my son is?
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
You know, there's a part of me that says, "Guy, this guy at 13.
We are in trouble.
I mean,
Yeah.
you will climb walls." So what is that? And now I have to come to you as an educationist, and probably, fine, I understand that you teach in the private school system, but you went to public school.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do we want those boys to do with that pent-up energy? And let's also be very candid. It's not just rising testosterone levels.
Yeah.
It's pent-up sexual energy. It's pent-up.
Yes.
What do we expect them to do when double maths is more important than rugby or football or basketball or swimming? Help me understand.
I don't understand it myself. You see, the structure of the school, and maybe that's why a lot of people are going into homeschooling, choosing to do what they want to do with their children. The structure of the school is supposed to be holistic. If the school is on a 4th floor somewhere,
You know.
and we are going from class to class, when will they expend the energy? And remember, school is a business.
Unaambia nani?
School is a very good, you start at school today, you'll get clients. Unless the school has a vision and structures that are working for the child, so that all the other adults are feeding into, their feeder roads into the child. Because you can't have, that's why people used to put kerosene in their food. Yeah, you didn't go to those schools. Did you go to those schools? Yes. Boys' schools, it used to be kerosene and a lot of canes. And that's how boys turned to each other to get their energy out of their bodies.
So what does the kerosene do?
It's
It lowers,
it lowers
your
their,
libido?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine going as putting kerosene in githeri?
But it also smells when they
It does, but they're hungry.
Yeah, and boys are hungry.
They are hungry, so they are going to eat the food. That's how you're choosing to manage. And conversations like, boys, you must beat them so that you deal with them, you suppress. But what we are doing is suppressing them, not managing
Yes,
them.
because eventually that pressure cooker explodes and they burn the
And that's
school
why
down, and that's it. Yes.
When one school burns here,
another one burns,
starts
another
burning,
one,
the pressure
because,
cooker
yes, so the
lid is
pressure
going
cooker,
off.
yeah.
It's going off everywhere.
Yes, actually, that's the lid going
Yeah,
off.
it's going everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Because we are not ready for children to learn how they're supposed to. The learning happens actually in kindergarten, where children are just always outside walking around. So that's learning. This one of sit in class for 6 hours.
Alafu prep after that.
Alafu prep after that, there's a teacher that needs to finish the syllabus. And
I'm
then
a
after that,
very
you go
big
to bed.
believer. Like, if you come home
Yeah.
on any day, of course, Kino has after school sports. What are we going to do with him? But on the days he doesn't have after school sport, because I'm not going to schedule him to death.
Yeah.
He'll say, "I'll go ride my bike, Mom. I'll be back in an hour." And he's always back in an hour. But I would be the most stupid mother if I didn't give that gap after school. You can't come from school straight into homework.
And that's the other thing.
I have a rule. You cannot go straight into homework.
You shouldn't come straight to homework because the homework is supposed to be an extension work.
Yes.
Extension means if I do 3 sums of the same concept, I can apply it elsewhere.
Yes.
So giving me 5 pages of homework, the parents are happy because it keeps the child quiet.
But you do know now there is a huge research against homework, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
We'll talk about
right.
that. And it's right.
What are you doing sitting
For 8 hours that
and then
you have
sending
to,
me?
Yes.
So where is the space for boredom and creativity and innovation?
But
what
also,
do I do?
And this is something I always tell my daughter. I tell her, okay, so we had a deal, tuliandikiana, tukasign. I told her, so between Easter holidays and midterm is now, you will do paper 1s, English paper 1, maths non-calc paper 1, bio paper 1, physics paper 1, and sociology paper 2.
Yeah.
Because paper 1, I need to sit with her.
Yeah.
But my rule is they cannot be done back to back.
Breaks.
You need breaks. And even now, I'm very clear. Guys, they're on midterm. I don't know when we will be airing this, but my rule is when you wake up in the morning and you're fresh is when we do what we have to do. From 2 o'clock, kick back.
Go.
No, kick back. Kick back. Because also, how do you churn it? You know, there's a place where your brain has to cook that thing so that when
There's
you
no
do
space
that
for
paper
that.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
you're like, I remember this from yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why you'll find now, they, instead of being on the laptop doing research, they're talking to other kids.
Yes.
Because there's no space for that. We want to schedule, like you said, schedule them to death.
Yeah, you can't schedule them to death.
It's back to back. No. My children will come and say, Mom, I'm bored. I said, only boring people are bored.
By the way.
Because I'm not a clown. What do you want me to
I'm not
do?
here to entertain you. I'm not your entertainment base.
So go find, and they will find things.
No, they will. They will.
Then you get to school, and the teacher that has a target will do this and try and shame them for thinking different. I think that's such a disservice to children. Or tell me about that. So why did you think that way? No, not Sasa, you. What are you thinking? And this is a man who's like, wait. But if you follow those kids up, they're the ones that bring very unorthodox solutions to issues. But we looked at them, we're like, you look at very successful men, they'll be like, in high school, the teacher thought I was a dreamer.
Yes.
The teacher thought I talked too much. But those are the ones that are bringing, because they're like, wait, there's something we've not seen. Yeah, I see that leaf is green, but you know there's a way it's to a different direction to the others. Encourage those children to explore and expand, because it's elasticity of their brain.
It is actually.
Let it expand. Allow them to think. Allow them to think and fail. And make it in a way that in the school, it's okay to fail. Not shame them, because the other thing we have now is children, because they have access to social media. You say something dumb in class, it's online tomorrow.
Oh, no.
And then now I'm dealing...
Isn't there a rule, a law that protects the discussion of children?
To where? To class?
No. You can't go and start talking about a child.
I can't. Another student can. Oh. Yes. So because I feel bad about myself, or because I feel jealous of this, or because I just want to.
Yes.
I will go and say, somebody said a dumb thing, and say exactly what they said without saying their name. Then the child will come to school and they no longer want to engage because they don't want to be made fun of.
But I want to stay with my boys. Is there any way we can get the teaching fraternity, the ministry of education, and parents to understand, number one, when it comes to our sons, especially our teenage sons, double maths is not the end-all be-all. How are we going to do that? Because remember, as a private school brat who never went to boarding school,
you don't know that.
Every time I see this absolute, it's almost an outlet of energy.
Yeah.
And you hear they burnt a school, they went and raided a girl's school. I'm like, guys, do you understand who you're dealing with?
Yeah.
And then I'm quiet because I didn't go to public school, I didn't go to boarding school. But if I can just look at my son, look at my nephew, I know that you cannot cage those boys.
You can't.
Rugby is important, basketball is important, swimming is important, football is important. They need outlets.
And daily.
And without shame, I'm going to say this, for the physical and
sexual.
pent-up sexual energy, because there's nothing they can do with it.
Yes, but that's how they're going to take that energy online. They're going to take, and there's somebody waiting to take advantage of them.
Yes.
There's somebody waiting to take advantage. And you don't know how many boys have been taken advantage of online and at home.
And in school.
And in school. Especially when it's a boys' school. There's a lot of people that... And the child will come. You know how it manifests as home? Mommy, I don't want to go back to that school. You're told, oh, you're lazy. oh, I've paid too much money there. When a child says, I don't want to go back there,
Listen.
Stop everything and listen. It doesn't matter how much money you paid. Because when we put the money in front of the child, they will learn that let me grow up, make money, it will work for me. And that's why many men who think they have money will try to control the women with the money.
But also act like no rules apply to them because I have money.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
that
you.
I have definitely seen.
Started at 15. Because you taught them, make money, money equals importance. And because I have money, I call the shots. These other people are subhuman beings. That's what we are teaching the boys now. So now we'll start mentorship programs.
Yes.
Of things we should have done. Children are going for initiation. It's somebody else doing it.
It's somebody else.
I would like to see a mentorship or an initiation process where it's compulsory for the men to be involved.
Yes.
Who is the father figure in this child's life here for 2 weeks, not for appearance, for nice pictures?
Yeah, at the end.
No.
Yes.
For what did he hear so that you're going to reinforce it at home? Because it used to be, it's your uncles.
Seclusion, yes.
In fact, the fathers never used to go. It's the uncles. They're like, now you're a man. This is what the community expects of you. Nobody takes them through that. You sublet that to the church.
Yes.
The church has its agenda.
The church has its agenda.
The school has its agenda.
We are an agenda nation, by the way.
We are. Agenda 1, 2 to 6.
Yeah, tuko nazo.
They get to school, they finish high school. They have a waiting period or whatever it is. They get into gangs. And let me tell you, it's not Tupac that had a gang. The gangs in Nairobi. With knives and guns.
Well, we did see a spurt of that last year, didn't we? And they're very young boys.
Yeah.
Very
and
young
it's
boys.
they even plan, they say, let's meet at this mall and fight. The gang culture is alive. But it starts with ungoverned energy.
It's ungoverned energy, and I'm glad, and I hope you will go back and look at our episode of our sons under the age of 10, because they are not like girls, and
They're
you
not.
cannot manage them. But it's the ungoverned energy.
Yeah.
I see it in my son, and somebody told me, "How much do you spend?" I'm like, it is what it is.
It's a season.
It's a season. It
There's
is
a
what
time
it is.
he'll be in the house and unbothered.
Yes, and unbothered.
This is not the time.
Yeah.
If you have to go to boxing, to motocross, to swimming,
football,
everything.
yes.
And unfortunately, that's the village we have now. So it takes that village to raise that boy. And what conversation are you even having with the people that you're putting in your children's life? So if you're the coach, what messaging do I want to come across? For this? If you're the class teacher, what messaging do I want? If you're the head teacher, what agenda do we have for the boys? Let me tell you, Caroline, when we call father figures or fathers of boys, do you want to guess how many will come?
What are you saying?
Do you want to guess?
Tell me.
10.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Why are you calling us? What's bonding? What's that? We meet at home. Meanwhile, the child is there saying, I do not see my dad. I would like to see my mom. The girls will be like, Mom, I would just like to sit without being corrected and talk. Give it to the moms and presence all the time.
So when it comes to our sons, and once again, I have to take it back to school.
Yeah.
When the men are called to school, very few of them show up.
Oh, yeah. The ones that come is a choir. Those are the ones that don't need to come because they're doing their job.
Yes, of course. How sad.
Yeah.
Yes.
The ones that you need to
The
come.
ones that actually show up are the ones actually you didn't need.
The other thing is now, child psychologists, educational psychologists especially, are overbooked. Because now they're doing correctional work.
True.
So you can't find easily. I mean, I've worked with child psychologists and I've recommended. It's very hard to find them because they are busy. It's, can I outsource this function? You see, there's a difference between domestic work and parenting. You cannot outsource parenting.
No, you can't.
You can outsource the domestic work. Your child is not part of domestic work.
No.
So if
And it's your housekeepers are not going to raise your children, by the way.
they are not,
It's not their job. Hata hawa wako na watoto.
they have children. They're not even present in their
Yes,
lives.
yeah.
So what you're requiring me to do here, you're asking too much of me.
But is the how of the presence sometimes probably parents feel it's complex?
It
Because
is.
like I am very clear. I'm like, I got errands to run, you're coming with me.
Yeah, that's presence.
So everywhere I go, you're going with me.
But they're learning by not instruction, but
Yes.
by observation.
Yeah, because sometimes it's as simple as it's Saturday. Uko hapa. Let's go.
Twende.
Let me tell you, the person who cannot stand site meetings at the kindergarten I'm building is my daughter. And I keep telling her, my dear, please take, and she has to take notes for me.
This is exactly.
Yeah, she takes notes.
Exactly.
Yeah, hiyo ndio kazi yake.
I tell my daughter, I'm going to this meeting.
Yes, you're coming.
I want notes of what I said. What I am doing is killing two birds with one stone. One, I'm also teaching her.
Yes.
But she also listening to the message. When she's going to the site, she's seeing this is the process of becoming.
Becoming.
Not, I woke up and my mom had this
Had a
car.
school.
Yeah. My
no.
mom is a magician.
No.
We cannot have children think that we perform magic.
Yeah, we are just, you know.
It's witchcraft.
That's witchcraft, by the way.
It is witchcraft. And I say this all the time. If it's not you in their ear, there's somebody else. There's somebody else
in their ear.
Yes. And we must every day go ahead of them and expect what they need and meet it. The same way we meet school fees.
Yeah.
We must go ahead and expect that need and then meet it.
I think for me, what I really wanted to implant as we go through the seasons of our children's lives, and especially at school, is separate the boys from the girls because, and I'll tell you one other thing, every time I speak to somebody who tells me, oh, so, you know, you're going to have a kindergarten, will you have a prep school? I say, let's see. Let's see.
You never
Can
know.
I tell you what my biggest fear is?
Yeah.
Somebody tells me, let's open a high school.
Let's open a high school, Caroline. Then you meet the need.
Actually, I have a friend she's decided she's opening two. One is a day school, one's a boarding school. But I want to stay with our teenage sons, and I want us to land this to the teachers and to the parents, because parents also have a mandate to ask how much physical activity, and this is not making them wash dormitories or slash bushes.
Yeah.
How much enjoyable physical activity
Are they having?
The
place that we will make money is the person that opens a boys' school that is a sports complex.
It's a sports complex.
That's it.
Yes.
The problem is we open the school with a very good vision. When the money starts coming in, we see because we are feeding a need. Millennial parents are very academic oriented.
Why is that?
Because that's how we were created. That's how we were grown.
You should know better.
But if we create, and if we stay long enough to create a school where we are not demanding academics, but academics come as a byproduct.
Yes.
Then the person that is brave enough to do that
wins. Yes.
And and make it a boy only, you will see the men that come out of there.
And the only other reason I'm very, very convinced that we must sit down, the teaching fraternity, the Ministry of Education, parents, and shape what the expectation in a boys' high school is that you also see that grown men who still don't know how to wake up in the morning and do their 20 press-ups, who don't know how to walk, who don't know how to run, end up once again expending that energy in the most ridiculous places.
Possible, yeah.
But I also know that boys and men are creatures of habit.
That's it.
So if you teach him early that if he wakes up in the morning, he can hit the gym, he can he will not struggle with where does he take his pent-up energy of any kind. It doesn't have to end up being in a bar with, I don't know, as many women as possible. Yes, it doesn't.
Because then they're seeking validation in the wrong place.
In the wrong places.
And there will always be somebody to validate. In this internet world, somebody will tell you you're good for cutting your hair, you're good for growing your hair. You're good for biting your nails, you're good for not.
Yes.
There's always someone to validate
to validate your nonsense.
And as a system, as an ecosystem of education, what we do is we feed the market. We don't respond to what the economy needs. So we don't have a value system of what education is supposed to do for us. It's just go abroad.
You're abroad now, you're here.
Abroad is nice, but until your child has been kicked out of a university because they are not meeting... This child that went away with A's cannot meet academic standards.
Yes.
Then you will question everything you did from when they were 0.
Yeah.
And it will be too late.
Yes, he's 19, he's 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. So it's nice to think about, yes, their future. The same way we save for their future is the same deliberateness that we need to raise them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, all you're doing is for nothing, really. That money will just be flushed down the toilet.
My heart breaks, for parents who are told, come and pick up your children, they've burned the school, this is how much you have to pay for them to go back. But it truly bleeds for those teenage boys who themselves are growing.
There you go.
If ever you are stupid, it was in those years.
All the time. Actually, that's the time you can be stupid.
You're the daftest you've ever been.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Yes.
And the very people who should have sat down and said, how do we channel? Are not there.
Yeah.
So, by the way, comment away, come back at me. But this much I know. Unless we change how we look at the extra pent-up energy that teenage boys have, we will be struggling for a long time.
We will, for a while.
Yeah. When Walimu and I come back, we shall talk about teenage girls.
There
Yeah? Yes.